I discovered that the energy of our home is like a mirror of our soul. If the atmosphere is heavy, life seems to stall. But when our home vibrates with love and harmony, something magical happens. Everything begins to flow. Today, I'm going to share how to transform your home into a true magnetic field of love, peace, and joy, and why this can completely change your reality. I remember the exact day I realized my home was reflecting my inner state. It was as if the weight of my worries had settled into the walls, the furniture, even the air. I'd come home from work and feel an invisible pressure, a fatigue that went far beyond the physical. That's when I understood a home is not just a physical place. It's a vibrational field that responds directly to our energy. If we want to live in our desired reality, we need to align our vibration with what we want to feel and experience. The first major key I discovered was energetic cleansing. It's not enough to simply tidy up physically. You have to remove stagnant energies. I opened every window, let the sunlight in, and began a purification process. I wiped the surfaces with water, coarse salt, and a few drops of lavender essential oil, while visualizing golden light filling every corner. And you know what happened? I felt the air instantly grow lighter. It wasn't just physical cleaning, it was vibrational alignment. It was as if every object had been reprogrammed to radiate peace. As I cleaned, I kept repeating in my mind, my home is a temple of love. Only what contributes to my happiness enters and remains here. That powerful intention became an anchor. I discovered that our home's energy responds to what we declare and feel. It's not just about pretty words. It's about generating an energetic frequency that matches what we want to attract. Every day, I set aside a few minutes to give thanks for my home. Even before it had completely transformed, I was already expressing gratitude. This is creation in practice, feeling before you see, vibrating before you receive. Another essential step was creating a sacred space. I chose a corner by the window, placed a small table, a white candle, a vase of fresh flowers, and a rose quartz crystal. This became my place for creative visualization. Every day, I would sit there, take deep breaths, and imagine the entire house bathed in a soft pink light, like an invisible embrace. I pictured the people I love walking in with a smile, feeling welcomed. This magnetic attraction began to become real. Even visitors commented on how different the atmosphere felt. I also learned that bringing natural elements into the home greatly increases harmony. Plants, running water, even a small fountain, natural stones. All of these raise the vibration. Plants, for example, work as energetic filters, absorbing and transforming dense energies. I placed a snake plant by the front door for protection and a peace lily in the living room to bring calm. These small changes began to create such a strong field of love and harmony that even my mood shifted. I woke up lighter, more motivated. It was as if the environment itself helped me maintain positive thoughts. And in turn, that attracted even more good experiences. It's amazing how energy works in cycles. The more love and harmony you put into your home, the more it returns to you. This constant exchange shapes not only your space but also your life beyond it. I noticed that even my relationships improved. Conflicts lessened. Conversations became calmer. It was as if everyone was being infected by the home's vibration. And the most beautiful part, this transformation doesn't require big expenses or elaborate renovations. It starts with your decision to be the energetic guardian of your home. So, the first step to creating a field of love and harmony at home is to cleanse, set intention, and nurture the energy of your space. When we do this with presence and love, every wall, every object, even the air itself begins to conspire in our favor. I'm going to show you how to turn your home into a magnet for good experiences, using simple co-creation rituals that instantly raise its energetic frequency. Once I realized my home had become a lighter, more loving space, I understood something essential. Maintaining that energy is like caring for a garden. You can't just plant flowers once and expect them to last forever. You have to water, prune, and nourish them. The same logic applies to your home's vibrational field. If we don't take care of it, dense energies can begin to accumulate again. And it doesn't take a big negative event for that to happen. Sometimes just a stressful day, a heavy conversation, or even our own lack of presence is enough. That's why I created simple co-creation rituals to keep my home vibrating with love and harmony, even on days when I wasn't at my best. Every morning, before doing anything else, I open the windows to let light and fresh air in. As I do this, I close my eyes for a few seconds and imagine a beam of golden light passing through every room. I take a deep breath and repeat, today, my home is a magnet for good experiences. Only energies that strengthen love and peace may enter here. This act, which takes less than 2 minutes, is a way of tuning the space's energetic frequency first thing in the morning. It's like choosing the radio station you want to vibrate on throughout the day. One thing I've learned is that your home's energy doesn't need to be reset only during deep cleaning days. Small daily actions can prevent the vibrational field from becoming overloaded. For example, whenever I finish cooking, I make it a point to wipe down the counter and light an aromatic candle. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's a message to the universe that the space is ready to receive new experiences without any residue from the past. Another habit is running my hand over surfaces while mentally affirming, I release any energy that doesn't belong to me. It may seem simple, but that powerful intention acts as a constant filter. Have you noticed how certain songs can instantly change your mood? The same thing happens with your home. I started creating playlists for specific moments. Morning cheer, gentle songs with nature sounds, late afternoons, mantras or relaxing instrumental tracks, family gatherings, songs that spark good memories and bring out smiles. These melodies begin to infuse the space with vibrations of joy, lightness, and togetherness. Even my friends started associating my home with a place where the music is always good. Just like music, scent is also a powerful tool for magnetic attraction. Our sense of smell is directly linked to memory and emotion, which means we can program a specific feeling for our home. I use electric diffusers, natural incense, and aromatherapy sprays. Each fragrance serves a purpose. Lavender, relaxation and comfort. Rosemary, mental clarity and focus. Cinnamon, prosperity and positive energy. Sweet orange, joy and vitality. Over time, these fragrances became part of my home's vibrational identity. It's as if the very air constantly reminds everyone who enters that this is a place of well-being. One of the most transformative habits I adopted was creating a small gratitude altar. It's not necessarily religious unless you want it to be, but rather a physical point that serves as a daily reminder of everything I already have to be thankful for. On my altar, I keep a notebook where I write down 3 things I'm grateful for every day: a citrine crystal for abundance, a family photo that makes me smile, an object that symbolizes a dream I've already achieved. Whenever I look at this altar, I immediately shift into a state of positive thinking and creative visualization. And the more I vibrate gratitude, the more aligned situations start to appear inside and outside my home, often without realizing it. We hold onto objects that carry stories and energies that no longer match the life we want to live. It could be a gift from someone we no longer have contact with, clothes that remind us of difficult times, or even inherited furniture we never truly liked. When I began consciously sorting through my belongings, I realized I was holding onto things that no longer represented me. So I created an inner mantra: if it doesn't bring me joy or serve a purpose, it goes. I donated, sold, or recycled everything that didn't match my desired reality. The result was immediate. My space could breathe again, and so could I once a week. I perform what I call an energetic bath for the home. It's a slightly more elaborate ritual. I physically clean each room. I wipe surfaces with water, coarse salt, and drops of essential oil. I light natural incense and walk through the house making circular movements, as if wrapping the space in light. I finish with a prayer or affirmation of protection and love. This ritual not only renews the energy but also creates a sense of reset. It's as if the home becomes fertile ground for new manifestations. But none of these rituals will have an effect if we go through them on autopilot without truly feeling what we're doing. Energy responds to our presence. That's why, even with simple tasks like making the bed or washing the dishes, I try to be fully aware of the act. I think of it as caring for a sacred temple, not just a functional space. This shift in perception turns each gesture into a powerful intention. We can't forget that the energy of a home is also shaped by the people who live in it. That's why I make an effort to create moments of genuine connection with everyone who shares the space. Sometimes it's a dinner without phones. Other times it's watching a movie together, or simply sitting down to talk about our day. These moments strengthen our bonds and keep the home vibrating in the frequency of love. Up to this point, you already know how to cleanse, nurture, and keep your home's energy alive and positive. Now, I want to show you a deeper level, transforming your home into not just a harmonious space, but an amplifier of your dreams. This means that, in addition to being a safe and loving place, your home begins to function as an active manifestation field, a true portal that brings your desired reality closer. And this is possible because every space we inhabit is like an antenna. It can emit or receive vibrations. When we consciously use creative visualization, powerful intention, and vibrational alignment, the home becomes an active partner in our co-creation process, Have you noticed that when you're excited and confident, you tend to tidy up your home with more care, or that on heavier days, it seems to fall apart faster? That happens because there's a constant flow between what we feel and what the environment transmits. But the opposite is also true. If we consciously adjust the energy of the environment, our inner state changes. I began doing this when I noticed I was feeling unmotivated to work on my projects. So I decided to prepare my home office as if it were the setting for the life I wanted to live. I replaced objects that reminded me of obligations with items that inspired me. I put affirmations on the walls, images representing my dreams, and even a vision board of my goals. It was as if every time I entered that space, I was stepping directly into the frequency of the life I was creating. The result: my focus improved, my productivity increased, and opportunities began to appear with greater ease. One of the most powerful practices I developed is what I call a visual walk. It's simple, but incredibly effective. Choose a quiet time, preferably in the morning or at night. Walk slowly through your home, observing each room with attention. As you look at each object, ask yourself, does this item represent the life I want to create? If the answer is no, think about how you could adjust it, replace it, or remove it. This practice not only keeps your home aligned with the energetic frequency of your goals, but also reinforces, every day, the message you send to the universe. Some objects can serve as vibrational anchors, helping keep your intention alive. They act as physical reminders of the energy you want to sustain. In my case, I have a globe that represents my intention to travel more, a small golden box where I keep notes and photos of moments of success to remind me that abundance is already here, a painting made by a friend that symbolizes joy and movement. Every time I look at these items, I feel a magnetic pull being reinforced, as if I'm fine-tuning the frequency of my vibrational field. You've probably heard of a vision board. It's a classic law of attraction tool, but I want to show you a more dynamic way to use it. Instead of creating it once and leaving it untouched, I update it constantly. Whenever a desire comes true, I replace that image with a new goal. This way, the board never loses the energy of movement and renewal. I place it somewhere I see every day, preferably where natural light hits it. It's as if every time my eyes meet those images, my mind is reminded that I'm on the right track. Another exercise that boosts the home's energy is the light ritual. Choose a room where you want to activate a specific intention. Peace in the living room, prosperity in the kitchen, creativity in the office, etc. Place a candle in the color that corresponds to your intention: pink for love, gold for abundance, blue for calm. Before lighting it, close your eyes and visualize your desired outcome, feeling as if it's already happening. Light the candle and let it burn for a few minutes, staying in that elevated emotional state. This practice sends a clear message to the universe, creating a bridge between creative visualization and the physical space. One of the deepest shifts I experienced was starting to treat my home as if it were a living being, an ally, a friend. I talk to it, thank it for protecting me, for welcoming me, for being the stage of important moments in my life. It may sound strange to some, But the truth is, this posture of gratitude creates a vibrational bond. The more we recognize the value of our space, the more it seems to work in our favor. Along with speaking to it in my mind or out loud, I began writing positive phrases and placing them around the house, inside drawers, behind doors, on the bathroom mirror. Small reminders like, "Only love lives here. I am grateful for this sacred space. Everything is working in my favor." These words act like invisible seeds, constantly reinforcing the energy of positive thought. Remember, your home may be clean and beautiful, but if your own vibration isn't aligned, manifestation will be slower. That's why every day, I take a few minutes to embody the emotional state of what I want to attract. And I let my home absorb that frequency. If I want more harmony, I walk around smiling, listening to uplifting music. If I want more prosperity, I prepare a special meal and share it with someone. If I want more love, I fill the space with gestures of care, setting the table beautifully, lighting a candle, placing fresh flowers. Once I began using my home in this way, I noticed life started to respond more quickly and intensely. Opportunities appeared effortlessly, the right people showed up at the right time, and even situations that once felt stuck began to unfold. It's as if the universe was saying, "I understand what you want, and I'm working to bring it to you." Creating a field of love and harmony at home is wonderful, but keeping that energy when life outside feels chaotic, that's the real challenge. I realized this during a period of work instability, along with some family conflicts. Even with all the adjustments I had made, it was inevitable. Heavy energy tried to enter. That's when I understood that a home is not just a refuge. It can also be a vibrational shield. But for that to happen, it needs to be maintained daily, even when the outside world threatens the peace we've built. I began creating micro pauses throughout the day. Whenever I felt my energy drop, I'd do something to reconnect. Light a candle, burn a gentle incense, open the windows and take a deep breath. These pauses are like breaths the house takes with me, a reminder that harmony isn't a fixed state, but a constant flow that needs tending. I also learned to protect my home's energy from emotional invasions. This doesn't mean closing the door to people, but rather keeping clear boundaries. If someone arrives in a heavy mood, I offer them tea, play soft music, and discreetly light incense. It's amazing how the environment helps ease even the heaviest tension. In addition, I use crystals like black tourmaline near the front door to filter dense energies, and rose quartz in the living room to strengthen the loving field. But none of this works if I, myself, am constantly out of balance. So, I began investing more in practices that raise my vibration. Meditation, walks in nature, conversations with inspiring people. The better I feel inside, the easier it is to keep the home vibrating high. It's as if my energy and my home's energy were a single field. When one drops, the other feels it, and when one rises, the other blossoms. Once a month, I do a more complete ritual to reset my home's energy. I clean every corner, physically and energetically. I move a few objects around to shift the flow. I place fresh flowers in key spots. I prepare a special meal and share it with someone dear. I end by thanking each room for the role it plays in my life. This ritual feels like a collective embrace between me and my home. I also realized that for a field of love and harmony to be consistent, everyone who lives in the home needs to participate. So I created small energy agreements with my family, keeping rooms tidy, avoiding arguments right before bedtime, always giving thanks for our meals. They're simple gestures, but when everyone participates, the energy multiplies. Today, when I look at my home, I don't just see walls, furniture, or objects. I see chapters of my story, dreams that were born here, healing that happened here, moments I wouldn't trade for anything. And that's why I believe the energy we put into our home is an investment that returns in ways we can't always measure. Creating and maintaining a field of love and harmony at home is more than an act of decoration or cleaning. It's a spiritual commitment to yourself. It's deciding every day that the space where you live will be a reflection of your best self, and that no matter what happens outside, you'll have a place that restores your peace. Remember, your home is a temple. It's your first physical manifestation of safety, comfort, and abundance. Treat it with love, and it will return that love multiplied. If this message touched you, share it with someone who also deserves to live in a space filled with light. Subscribe to receive more content like this, and turn on notifications so you never miss an inspiration. And never forget, the love you place in your home is the same love the universe will place in your life.